I am awkward. Welcome to the Noodlyknits YouTube channel. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my handle is @Noodlyknits. You will not find a really cohesive feed, but you will find reels. I am going to try to make my mom a vest for Mother's Day in just about a week. I recently, in the last year, have gotten into more gift knitting for certain people who I know will enjoy the knits and wear the knits. So if you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen that for the past 2 years I've made my husband Steven a sweater. I'll pop them here. This one, RIP, went in the dryer, so it is now my sweater, which is really kind of the best result of a knit sweater going in the dryer. So I rush ordered some yarn from Knit Picks, and the yarn I got was this Snuggle Puff yarn. Now this is not what I thought I was getting. So I wanted, okay, parameters for the project. 1, washable. So it had to be some type of cotton type content. This label says it is Pima cotton and nylon, and that you can machine wash on cold and tumble dry on low. It had to be like Aran worsted or Aran weight because I wanted it to be able to work up quickly. Also, my mom is a teacher, and she is inside for class, outside for recess, like they go in and out a bunch of times. So I thought this vest, like an oversized vest, would be really great for layering, and a thicker yarn would just have more like, yarn has weights like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, this is a 4, so it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. If you've ever been on Knit Picks site, it's like they usually have a million colors, and you click and it kind of brings up one of the colors, but it doesn't bring it up big, just like kind of small. So I had no idea, and I obviously did not read, although I don't even think this says it. It is like, it almost looks like, sorry, this is my first time recording, I don't know where the camera is. It almost looks like roving, like there is zero twist to it. It's clearly very fuzzy. I love the color. The color name is, oh, you'll love this, ZR96. Reminds me of like that great memory of when I was at the DMV. But it's this really pretty like neutral fawn kind of color. That's what I would have called this, fawn. So I think it'll be really nice, but it has no ply. It is, I mean, it's very loosely twisted. But it will, I was questionable, so I went on the line and I googled like snuggle puff projects, and I did see people making sweaters out of them that looked really nice. So I'm really hoping that this works because it's too late for me. So I'm gonna be making, my computer's here, the Owasso Tee by Bobby Intveld. I'll put a picture of it. Let's go over here. How cocky am I that I think I can't even look in the right direction, and I'm thinking I can insert photos, but hopefully it'll go here. This sweater is seamed, so didn't read that. That's fine. It is also made in shaker rib, which I googled like, what the heck is shaker rib? And I was watching the video. I was like, I think this is fisherman's rib. So yeah, I have about 800 yards of this. I really hope it works. Good thing it's for my mom because she is forced to love me. And yeah, I think that's it for now. Let's go. The camera's over here. Alright, so I'm just about to cast on. I'm not going to document like every piece, but I thought this was worth it because the age-old question, how much yarn do you do for a long tail cast on? The way I learned was to do, ooh, oh boy. So basically, hold on. Swoop the yarn on your needle 10 times. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. And that this is enough yarn to knit 10 stitches. Okay. jury's out on whether or not that actually works. How many stitches do I need? So I need 80-ish stitches, so I'm gonna do, this is 10, 20, 30. This should technically be 80. I give myself a little bit more. Now let's see how close to 80 we actually get. And that's my tail. So I give that a C. But those are my cast on stitches. They are so cute. And we're gonna do some knitting. So be back soonish, hopefully. All right, so quick check-in. Here's what I have. It's cute, and because it's this snuggle yarn, look how squishy it is. I just feel like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. I did mess up already. I did count my cast. No, I didn't. That's why it's messed up. I thought I was supposed to have a certain number. I don't want to give anything away from the pattern, but I'm missing a stitch here. But to make sure that I was going into the whatever they called it, I'm calling it fisherman's rib. The shaker rib. I just did a backwards loop cast on to get the right number of stitches, and then I'm doing that. TBD what will happen here. I have a couple ideas, but I also feel like once I seam it, like, you really won't even notice. But this is it so far, and it is just looking clean and clear and under control. Not sponsored. Was nervous about how many stitches I cast on. My mom is smaller than me. So, I mean, this is going to be cute. This is going to be really cute. I cannot. All right, day 2 of the project. I'm a couple rows higher than I was before. I should start using a progress keeper to show you where I am. It's still working out really nice. I switched to, I don't think I said this before, but I switched to my Licka needles for the body, which takes a bit of a bigger needle. The thing I love about the Licka needles are it's a universal cable for all the sizes, whereas my Chagus, I think size 2 through 8 take a smaller cable, like a thinner cable, and then 9 through whatever take a bigger cables. So if I'm switching between 8 and 9s, I have to switch cables too, which I don't love. And I'm like sitting here knitting on this, and the feeling of this single ply yarn with the wooden needles and the size that they are, like, they're big needles, but they're not like chunky, you know, is just real nice. It's really nice. So I'm a little concerned about how slow this is working up in terms of like how long it's gonna take me to get like a body. But I don't know, challenge accepted, right? But this is it so far. I'm gonna throw in a progress keeper here pretty soon. And yeah, check in soon. Bye. All right, welcome to day 3. We are cruising. This is where I switched skeins. But this is about where we're at. I think there's about 9 or 10 inches here. So I have a couple more inches to go. I forgot to put my progress keeper on, but I'd say I probably a little bit more than doubled what I had. But still looking nice, and it's super squish. The other thing is, as you can see, as I get further up, it kind of knits further out because the cast on was pretty tight. So I think the fabric's just starting to like get its ability to expand to the left and right. Science. But yeah, the light in my house is not good, but here it is, looking nice. It is knit flat, but because fisherman's rib or shaker rib, again, I haven't done the recon to know if they're exactly the same, but because knit flat, you're not repeating the exact same thing. It's still been interesting. And yeah, I was actually having low faith that I could, like losing faith that I was gonna finish in time, but I think I can do it now. Also, I just got my nails done. Look at these tiny little nails. They are a tealy with a party nail. But yeah, so just cruising. It is Sunday, it is raining, and I have the house to myself for a couple hours. Steven is fishing. So we're gonna just sit, pick out a Netflix show, and go. So I'll maybe be back in a bit. Bye. All right, it's morning, so I need to whisper. Day 3, and I did a lot yesterday. So this is where I am. I have about 5 more inches before I do the neckline shaping. It's looking good. I'm almost through my second ball of the Snuggle Puff. It's so snuggly. Snuggle Puff ASMR. The fabric is super drapey. And yeah, I really flew through this yesterday, so I have about 3 more days, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, to crank out the front. So today I have to be done with the back. This is gonna be really cute and I'm excited. This morning I'm drinking iced coffee from my fancy solo cup. It's pretty good. We got Dunkin' Grounds right now. All right, so I'll check in a little bit. The pattern's pretty straightforward, but I'm really liking it. I'm still very concerned about the pilling of how thick this like roving yarn is, but the drape is like lovely. And this would be so good for a kid's or baby sweater or blanket. So hopefully you could hear me. Bye. All right, end of day 3. I finished the back panel, which is basically just this big panel, tiny bit of shaping at the top. I finished this a couple hours ago and I cast on the front, and I was so eager, I cast on with the needle I had been using for the body, and this has a little bit of ribbing at the bottom, so I will insert a photo of what the ribbing looked like with the wrong size needle, one size up. It looked fine, but if you look on this one, like the ribbing is pretty clean. It's really like tight, and there's clearly a difference between the ribbing and the body, and I'll let you decide. Not that I can change it now, but I sent my Conscience Catrice a DM. She'll always give it to me straight, and I said, does this look different than the other one? And she said yes. And she said, it's for Mama Noodle, so redo it. And I said, okay. So here is the yarn I just ripped out. I'm a little concerned that when I was winding it, I'm taking away some of the poof. So this is yarn I haven't knit with, and this is yarn I've clearly knit with, and it's been a little well loved. So I'm gonna give up for today because the plan was to get back panel done today, which I did. So I have 3 days to get the front panel done, and the front panel has a deeper neck, so I don't actually have to knit as much straight. But now I'm in this conundrum where I'm like, do I open up a new ball and save this for if I have to use it, because I don't want the ribbing to look icky, and I can always block. I don't know, I'm tired. Today was a long work day and a long day in general. So as you can tell by how little effort I put into setting this up. So anyways, this is what I'd like to be doing pretty soon. Day 4 is tomorrow. Hopefully I'm gonna hope like a third of the way through the front. I'm tired, I'm really tired, so we'll see. Okay, bye. All right, it's Tuesday, May 3rd. I realized yesterday I kept saying it's day 3, but that was day 4. So it really took me 4 days to make that back panel. So now I'm a little nervous because I was counting on 3 days to make the front panel. Now, I didn't work a lot on the first 2 days, so I'm thinking if I can put in some good time today and tomorrow, I might be okay. I've been waking up at like 6 in the morning to knit like 2 hours before work, and then knitting in the evening, but tonight I have golf league, so I won't be knitting, but I don't know, I'm gonna figure it out. I also recast on with the smaller needle size, so that's looking better, and I just switched to the larger needles to do the body. So now I feel like maybe, you know, science, I've practiced this stitch for a whole back panel. This maybe will go faster, although the rate I'm going right now, it's not looking good. So stay tuned. This is day 5. Yikes. I think I can do it, but I'm excited to see this all finished. I'm also going back and forth on whether I'm gonna seam the sides or do like button cinches, so then I don't have to seam. But also, I think it would be really cute, and I have really cute handmade buttons that are really big that might be good for this. So I'm gonna take a look at that, and if I do that, I may have to make like a button slit on the side, or I guess I could do a toggle thing over. That might be cute. Okay, lots of decisions to make, but we are day 5 of the 1 week sweater vest challenge, and I already screwed up. All right, I'll let you know how it goes. Bye. All right, it is day 6. This is what I got going on the front panel. I broke into ball number 4. I didn't get to do a ton yesterday. Things got a little, sorry, the lighting's harsh. Things got a little busy at work, and then I had golf league in the evening. We didn't play that well. I got a birdie on a hole though, so that was cool. Probably the first time that's ever happened. The goal today is to try to finish at least the amount of inches I need before I think it splits into like the neck shaping. So that's probably maybe double this, maybe a little less than double this. The problem is I'm gonna go see Hairspray tonight, the National Tour of Hairspray, with a friend. Well, a friend and his boyfriend. I'm third wheeling. But it's gonna be great. And I am not gonna get to do that much today this evening. So I woke up early and I've been knitting. I'm gonna knit over lunch. And
figure out what else. Maybe when I get home or in the car ride, I can also do some. So that's what's happening. Tomorrow's Thursday. I would love to be able to do the hem or the neck ribbing, the arm ribbing, and I'm deciding whether or not I'm gonna leave the sides open and put buttons on them with like a fastener, kind of like a toggle button, or if I'm gonna seam it up the side. So that will be decided once the front is done. So I think I'll probably have some time Friday too. So I'm giving myself like a little bit of an extra day. So if I don't get the front panel totally done today, that's okay. Because we don't leave to go home to my mom's until Friday, probably after work. So I can still knit tomorrow night. Actually, I have golf tomorrow night too. Oh, but I can wake up early the next couple days and do that. So anyways, hope all is well. I'll check in later today. I haven't been doing a good job of checking in, but the pattern's so simple. It's like I just keep showing you guys what looks like the same thing, but it's not. Anyways, we'll talk to you soon. Also, just wanted to document this bruise I have and the fact that it looks like it has a smiley or sad face. Do you guys see that? In the middle of it, he is sad. So, I coach a college lacrosse team as like a second assistant, and we occasionally will jump into practice. And Friday I jumped into practice as an attacker and just got rocked. It's so cool though. This is a total tangent, but it's really cool. I haven't played. I graduated 11 years ago, and college lacrosse, women's lacrosse, has become so much more physical. The rules have evolved a lot. The game has gotten faster and has gotten more physical. And I was a midi, so I played attack and defense. And I just feel like playing defense right now is so fun because you just aren't limited like you were when I was playing on contact. So things like that happen more often, but it was fun. It was fun to play. I was really feeling, I don't want to say like old. There's nothing wrong with getting older. But like, I was limited, you know. I'm definitely like not as fast, not as strong, carrying a little bit more weight, and that's okay too. But it was just cool to play, and so I have this little bruise, but he's sad, and I wanted to show you how sad he was. Yeah, so that's my bruise story. You see me though? Alright. Day 7. This is about where we are. We have our armhole markers there. And I have about 3 inches, well now probably 2.5, to do left before we do the neck shaping, so we're in good shape. I'm tired. I went and saw Hairspray last night, and it was awesome. It was the national tour of Hairspray, and it's just a really, like, we were talking about it, and like musicals have evolved a lot in the last like decade, I guess, and their Hairspray is one of those just like classic bops, high energy, like great choreography, just like a fun show. And the whole time I'm watching, I'm just like, I wish that was me. It's too late for me, but still so fun to watch. So this morning, I'm just tired, very tired, but gotta push through. I have a busy work day. The evolution of my bruise, now he looks like SpongeBob. You know that doodle SpongeBob? I'll put a picture of it somewhere, but should I be concerned? Like, is this a sign? I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to crush this out during
like while I eat some lunch. I have golf tonight, so I'm gonna try to do some of it a little later, and I'll wake up early tomorrow, I guess, to finish, because I don't know if I can do it all. But I also want to show you the buttons that I'm thinking about putting on the sides, so I'll go get those. Hold on. All right, so these are the buttons. I got these at a Frederick, I think it was called Frederick Fiber Fest or something. I live about an hour from Frederick, Maryland. And this woman and her husband, her name is Danielle Craven-Slasky, and they make handmade buttons. They make mending mushrooms and mending eggs. So if you don't know what those are, it's basically like a mushroom, a wooden mushroom that you put in a sock. So if you're mending the heel, it kind of like curls the sock fabric over the mushroom, and then you can mend it easier than if you just have like a floppy sock. I got that for my sister actually, because she loves mending. But I saw this button set and I was like, wouldn't this be just so smart looking on a nice cardigan? They're all like so uniform, but also just a smidge different. So they have a ton of character. This is from a Swiss pear tree, I guess. That's what it says on the back. But the idea is that I would put one here and one on the bottom. So like that's the armhole, so probably one there and one on the bottom, with a toggle from the other side that you would just put over the button so that it was kind of open. I don't know, I think it could be really cute. I think the buttons match nicely, and it's very my mom's aesthetic. But I fear that 2 buttons isn't enough, like it would get caught on stuff. But I also think it might be really cute. So once I'm done with the front and I've seamed the shoulders, I'm gonna just play around with it and see if I can do that, because then I don't have to seam the sides either. And I'm not great at seaming. It drives me crazy. I also don't know how to seam this edge, because it's not just stockinette, so I'm not entirely sure how to do that. So if I can avoid that, I might. This is how much yarn I have left of the 4th ball. I have 2 balls left, which is great because I was very scared I wasn't having enough yarn, but I'm gonna have enough yarn. But yeah, so anyways, that's the dilemma, the button, and I'll let you know how that plays out. Okay, bye. All right, day 8, the last day, maybe. We might be pivoting. Not a total pivot, but so I am tired and I look like a wet puppy because it is pouring outside. And did I tell you guys about the bunnies? There is a nest of baby bunnies in the backyards. The dogs unearthed it. We saved at least 2 bunnies. I don't know how many there were to start, but there were 2 bunnies in there. And we are avoiding having the dogs go in the backyard until they have cleared the nest, which I know there's probably a lot of holes in that logic, but that's what I'm sticking with currently. So we are, on a day like today, we walk the dogs every day, but on a day like today where it's pouring, I normally would just open up the back door and let them have their morning time out there. But because of the bunnies, I took Noodle on a walk. Cal went to school. And it is, I don't know if you can hear it, it is pouring. Okay, lots of developments happening here. I stayed up late, I woke up early to finish this before work, but I've come to realize a few things. So yesterday, I'm sorry, this chair is so squeaky. Yesterday when you saw this project, it was 1.5 pieces, maybe almost 2 pieces. It is now fully 1 piece, and it has a neckline, okay? So here's what has happened. I was so meticulous about counting my stitches on both sides. So I have like both parts of the armhole marked here, and I was being so meticulous about counting how many stitches I had going up one side versus the other side. I'm coming to a realization right now, so that they'd be even, but they are a little off, which is making my hem a little bit shorter in the front, which is okay. I'd rather be that way than the vice versa way, with the back being shorter. It'd be like a reverse mullet. But now we have like a little mullet vest, and that's okay. Okay? I cannot believe I was that off. Anyways, then I finished yesterday this shaping here. Just do this stitches. Okay. Then I seamed the shoulders. Okay. This was a 3-needle bind off. This pattern is fine. It's a 4-page pattern, with the front page being a giant picture and like your materials, and the last page being a schematic and abbreviation. So like really it's a 2-page pattern, and it's a simple pattern, so like I'm not dinging it for that. But I really like my instructions to be very specific. So this called for a 3-needle bind off, which fine, but a lot of times it'll be like, with your wrong sides together, do a 3-needle bind off, or with your right sides together, do a 3-needle bind off, because a 3-needle bind off looks different depending upon what side is going to be showing. So this is the exposed bind off, and then sometimes if you have like a stockinette sweater, you'll do it with the wrong sides facing, so that you get like basically an invisible seam, right? But because this is not stockinette, you can clearly see where the seam is. So crazy enough, I wanted it to be this side, but it was really late and I put the wrong sides together, but then I bound it the other way. I don't know if that makes sense. I did something wrong, but it ended up being where the exposed seams was the right side, and actually it looks way better like that. So I did that. Then I picked up the neckline yesterday and I knit the neckline. Okay, it's a little sloppy, but I'm not gonna lie, I have never been taught how to pick up stitches properly, and I'm sure there's like 1,000 videos on YouTube about it, but I have never watched one. The thing is like the things I do pick up, underarm stitches, that's fine. It's usually like 7 to 15 of those. And then you have live stitches, and if there's anything ugly, it's like under your armpit. Okay, on your neckline, everything is visible. So I clearly like not botched it, but like I don't know how to do it well. It's not so bad. But I'm finishing the neckline. Here's where the conundrum comes. I cannot believe how much shorter that is. It's not so bad, Sunny. Okay. Just melting down. Must have the setup. Not that it was a good setup. A normal bind off
would probably be fine, even if it wasn't that stretchy, because it's such a wide neck. My neck looks so much smaller than that, so I'm worried. So I think time purposes, I was going to do some bind off, but sorry, geez, I think I'm just going to try to do another bind off. I think I'm going to do really loose normal bind off on my famous last words, because yeah, I think it'll be fine. But I'm going to do it really loose. I'm going to do that and I'll come back and then I'll probably have a meltdown. Because the other thing is if I do some bind off on the neck, I have to do it on the sleeves too, and I hate some bind offs. But here we go.
All right, so I actually looked at the pattern closer to see if like there was any semblance of it telling me what kind of bind off to do, and I was a ding dong and it said bind off in the pattern, so I did, and here it is. And let's see together if this is gonna fit my head. Great. Okay, so let me stand up here for a second. Sorry, this area is like the hottest mess. So this is my little, I feel like I'm in art class. There we go. About to do some painting. But essentially, what will happen is this is gonna attach somewhere down here. What I'm gonna do is 2 buttons though, like one here and one here, and then armhole things,
And that's gonna be the vest, the tee. She is gonna love this. She's gonna love this. And it almost covers your butt. Wow. Here, I'm gonna take you to for a mirror view. Alright, I have to record this way because I'm recording on my iPad because my phone has no space, but this is the finished, I've been calling it a vest, but it's really a tee, and the pattern's literally called Owasso tee. I have to do it this way. So the sides are not seamed because I'm still deciding on if there's gonna be buttons, which would be like here. I mean, it'd be on the side like that and that. But I don't know, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, I think it's just more stable. But what I'm gonna do is steam it to see if I can get it to bloom a little bit, because the yarn is super, I was holding it pretty tight. And let's see if we can make it even more, have more positivities. So yeah, all right, here we go. So specifically, I really want to work out this hem because the hem is obviously tighter than the rest of it, but you can already tell it already dropped a ton. Definitely bloomed. Stitches look a little more even too. Alright, so in the end, with the way the shirt was looking, I decided just to seam it up the sides, and I was really getting down to the wire, so I seamed it and packed it up so it's in a box. But the seaming actually worked out well. I don't know if you guys ever feel this way when you do the seaming method, where it's basically magic. You just go kind of back and forth and you pull it and it all zips right up and is invisible. Well, because it wasn't stockinette, it did take me a second to figure out which ladder bars I should be going underneath, but I figured it out and it ended up looking great. And in a turn of events, the front and the back were exactly the same length. So it must have been something with the bind off or the way the collar was pulling things in, because I had the exact same number of bars going down. So it worked out. So it is in a box, folded up, ready to go to mom. And I'm really excited. We are going to, there's a interactive Van Gogh exhibit that I think is all around the country, because I've seen it in California. My mom got an Instagram ad for it. She's an Instagram consumer. And so she wants to go to that. So we're gonna go to that tomorrow. And I think she'll want to like dress up a little bit. So I'm gonna give it to her Saturday morning. So if she wants to, if she likes it, she can wear it. And I think she'll like it. It's very much her style. My mom is really into layering, especially vests, which is why I wanted to make her a vest or like a layering piece. And it's a color she likes, and I just have pretty high confidence that she'll like it. There are some things, knit-wise especially, that I question if people will like, because if it's their style, especially sweaters, I feel like people are very particular with their sweaters. Some people love color work, some people hate it. The fit needs to be different, like some people like fitted sweaters versus oversized. But I'm pretty sure I nailed this one.
What is it?
Now you just have to stick.
That's the best! Is it the best? Oh, that's the best! Best is the best!
actually a oversized tee, but I figured.
I mean, I could wear it though, yeah.
It has a string I need to weave in, but don't. Yeah.
No. I like it.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, I like it. I'm glad you give me now. I can wear it.
I know, that's why I did. You like it?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's better than, I think it's a vest though, because it has a. Oh, this is cute. I like it. Or I can wear this one too.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
So which one do you think today?
Maybe the one you're holding.
This is the long one.
Just the talent.
Oh, I like this.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, I like it.
Yay. Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah. Cute. Hey, Noodle, it's your color.
Alright, so we spent the weekend with my mom. We had a really fun time. The Van Gogh exhibit was very cool if you have it near you. And you have an hour and a half to kill, I would say go for it. She loved it and I'm so happy. And so yeah, success. And it's kind of one of those things, I feel this way when I knit most things, even for myself, where sometimes I'm just like, ugh, why do I do this to myself? I'm definitely not a process knitter, I'm a product knitter. But reactions like that just make it really fun. So we'll definitely be making Mom more things, and luckily she likes vests, so never any sleeves. I hope you guys like this video. I hope I can edit it correctly. But yeah, if you like it, I think I'll be putting more process things like this because I actually really like video editing. Not that I have done it on a large scale, I've done it for like a lot of small projects and like reels and stuff like that, which I don't know if we would consider that video editing, but I think it will help me enjoy the process of knitting more because I am such a product knitter. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, smash that subscribe button. Let me know if you have any video suggestions. I don't know that I'll ever be like a podcaster per se because I don't think I make enough stuff to hold your interest in showing that off every month or whatever. But I figured I would do some process stuff and let me know if you like it. And even if you don't, I'm gonna keep making it. Bye!